Breaking news, everybody. If you don't like America, you can leave. That's right. If you're unhappy here, if you're completely miserable, you're allowed to leave. I thought everybody knew this, but evidently it's not common knowledge. The other day, Trump was talking about the squad, and he's like, hey, if you hate it, go. And everybody flipped out. I honestly thought everyone knew we're not locked in. This isn't like old like Soviet Union, no one goes anywhere unless I say. You can leave whenever you want. Not only can you, but people do it all the time. I looked into it. Check this out. The census doesn't really keep track of these numbers. Then again, the census isn't allowed to ask you if you're a citizen. But they estimate that in the last 15 years, 4 million Americans have said so long. Like, that's crazy. 4 million people are like, I'm done with America, I'm out of here. And guess where they're going? Guess where they're going? The number one destination for people who have had it with the United States, who are so miserable with America, they go to Ecuador. Ba-bam! Ecuador. Why? I guess the cost of living is insanely cheap. They got awesome beaches and socialized medicine. So hey, Bernie Sanders, maybe you're not happy in America. You should think about retiring somewhere sunny, somewhere nice, with the beach, with a little ding-ding. Ecuador could be right up your alley. That's what I'm talking about, man. If you're that miserable here, and this is what Trump was saying about the squad, they seem miserable. Like they genuinely seem to not like it here. Like every time they talk, they're like, everyone in America is a racist. Everyone who voted for Trump is a racist. That's like half the country. So half the country's a racist. All the cops, they say, are like crooked cops, and they're gonna try to kill you the minute you turn your back on them. That's insane. Everybody's a Nazi. There's concentration camps everywhere. Listen, hey, you might want to consider Ecuador. You're allowed to go. You know, I'm not having a bad time, so I'm gonna stick around. When I was a kid, I read this book. My grandmother gave me this book to read. It was written like in the 1800s. It was called The Man Without a Country. And it was a story, fictional, about this army officer who was talking some serious smack about America. Some serious smack. And he's like, I hope to never hear the words of America again. And the judge in the story was like, all right, boink, you're out. And of course, the dude was completely miserable. He's like, let me back in. And they're like, no, you were talking smack about America. Anyway, that was to raise the levels of patriotism, I guess, for the Civil War. Yeah, we do that. When there's tremendous evil in America, we actually fight wars and make sure that evil is done and put in the rearview mirror. So, I thought it was a fun to know fact that like a bunch of people have left America for Ecuador. So if you're miserable here, if you truly hate it, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Get your passport stamped for Ecuador. You're allowed to leave.